and Dabur has manufacturing facilities and almost an 8% exposure to Nepal in terms of revenue as well. Welspun Living also down 2%. Galaxy Surfactants, Eris Life Sciences, some counters in the red, but on the other side, JBM Auto up 8%, Hindustan Copper up 5%, Prince Pipes up 4%, HFCL also seeing gains about 4%. But with that, let's welcome in our guests for the day, Nilesh Jain of Centrum Broking and Sameer Dalal, Natura & Sons Stockbrokers, joining us now. Welcome to both of you, gentlemen, and a very good morning to both of you. I'll take up the first question, which is from Venkat. He's bought around 220 shares of RK Forging at 575 a piece and wants to know the technical support to move forward from here is his question. Nilesh, I'll take this up with you. Good morning to you. What are the charts indicating for RK Forging and what is the support and resistance that you're seeing?
Morning, Mahima. So overall structure of RK Forging is looking weak. If you look at the broader structure, since last almost a year, the stock is constantly moving down, forming a low top and low bottom formation. As far as support is concerned, the major support of a double bottom that is placed somewhere around 550. If it breaks below 550, it will be considered as a structural breakdown. Then possibly it will move towards 500 as well. But as of now, sell on rise is kind of structure we are witnessing. Any move towards 600, 620, that should be used as exit opportunity. And sell on rise kind of structure is looking weak on the chart, so better to exit on pullbacks.
All right, so that's it with regards to where RK Forgings is concerned. We've got our first caller for the day. Yogesh is calling us from Jaipur. Yogesh, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, good morning, Mahima. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Super. Mahima, my query is that I have Ola for last 1 year.
Okay.
My buying is 87. And every 20% down, I still invested 50,000 every time.
Okay.
So today I have a 4,300 shares.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 4,300 shares. And the average price is 58. I want to know, okay, will I hold or I sell? Because I am long-term investment. I totally believe on that Olas.
Okay.
Because Tamil Nadu is a factory. Tamil Nadu factory, they visit Bloomberg.
Okay.
Then I confident that it will run.
Okay. Yogesh, I got your question and I got your point as well. And take this up with Sameer quickly. Sameer, your view on Ola Electric from a longer term perspective. Can you continue to hold?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Mahima, thanks for having me on the show. Absolutely, you can continue to hold. We remain very positive. We believe the electric vehicle space is going to do extremely well in the two-wheeler space as well. Ola is the market leader. They've got the gigafactory up, which means they're going to be having their own batteries, which makes them vertically integrated. We do have a cost which is higher than where it currently is sitting at, so we are going to stay invested. And I feel that one can stay invested. Of course, anchoring bars can be there, but I think the prospects are very bright on this company.
Morning to the both of you as well. And Yogesh, thanks for holding the line. It was my request. And good morning to you. I was reading a notification that was sent out by NBCC, which, as you know, is a company. It's a government company. But there is this Rajasthan Mandapam. And since you're based in Jaipur, I wonder if you've heard about this. Okay. I really wanted to speak to him because ultimately this Rajasthan Mandapam is going to be set up in Jaipur, where the Rajasthan government is planning to set up an international convention center. Sameer, have you heard of it? The stock is off the high point of the day, but 3,700 crore is the estimated project opportunity or the cost that they're seeing. And this is to set up an international convention center plus a mall, etc. So generally when that happens, that creates quite the opportunities beyond that also, real estate as well, right?
So obviously, it does create an opportunity for real estate if something comes up like that. But Jaipur is already a big city, right? So it's not like people are not focusing on that city. Now, coming to NBCC in particular, what you talked about. So if you look at a lot of their orders that they get, are usually dealing with government excess land or land banks or government projects. So there is this huge amount of all these PSUs sitting on land banks, which they need to develop and monetize over a period of time. That's where NBCC will come into play. So we do think the opportunity for NBCC over the next many years is going to remain very strong when it comes to this. But you got to realize that, a single project of 3,700 crores doesn't move the needle. They need to continually keep delivering new projects. a 3,700 crore project. I've not seen the thing, but if it's an EPC project, which they have to do, I mean, right from the from the designing to the finish, can get them a profit margin of close to 7%. And if it's just consulting and creating the project and then handing over EPC to someone else, their margins, the profit that they earn will be 3-4%, but then as a percentage of the revenue will be much higher. So I haven't seen it, but I think the prospect for NBCC are good. Just we find stock has moved up a lot over the recent maybe 2 years. It's gone through consolidation before, after the run up, but I still feel there needs some more valuation correction. So I'd wait a little bit before buying into it.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where NBCC stands. We've got our next question from Arya, who is writing us from Trivandrum and holding 100 odd shares of Vatek Vabag at 1480 rupees. So sitting on profits of around 5,000 rupees. Wants to know if can continue to hold for the next 1 year or not, and wants to know the prospects of the company. So I'll again come back to you on this one, Samir. Your view on Vatek Vabag?
Yeah, great company. I think the long-term opportunity for water management is fantastic. Problem is valuations. Since he only has a 1 year view, I think you can take money off the table for the simple reason that I don't see valuations increasing anytime soon. If anything, they may come off a bit. You're making some money, take it off the table. If it comes closer to maybe 1,300, then you can rebuy it. I think maybe 1,200 and between 1,200 and 1,300, the valuations are still expensive, but at least you can make some return over the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay, all right. So that's a view on Vatek Vabag. Sanjay is calling us from Gujarat. Sanjay, Kem Cho, how's it going?
It's good.
Please go ahead with your question.
Yes, I have BHEL
Okay,
at the rate of 34 rupees 25 paisa.
okay.
I bought it and at 120.
Wow.
January 20.
Okay. Yeah.
What can I do? I saw that share is going up to 390 rupees in past, but last 1 year it is giving minus 14%
Return.
performance
Yeah.
is not good. So it is diversified the business along with the other things. He produce the crackers and that power generation equipment, and then it is also coming in now electric two-wheeler charging and that. So how I go for that technically or any you have give me the idea technically or fundamentally?
Okay.
That's you want.
Okay. You've held for quite a while, and Nilesh, apologies, I'm going to go back to Samir on this one because he's held for so long. Acquisition price is 34 rupees for a stock that is currently at 228, and yes, notionally he has lost value. But what's the view on the fundamentals? Should he continue to hold, Samir? I mean, he's benefited purely because of his patience.
Well, it all depends on what his time period of holding is, right? At the end of the day, Alex. So from a short term, from a 1 year perspective, I think valuations still look expensive. But if he has a 3 to 5 year view, I think like he discussed, there are a lot of opportunities that they're working towards. And if some of them fructify correctly the way they are working on, I think the stock does have upside. Just that the stock has run up too much over the, he talked about the fact that it's 14% down 1 year. But if you just look at the slightly longer term, if you look at like a 3 year picture, the stock has given still multiplier returns. So it's difficult to keep running up when something has moved up at that pace when earnings haven't caught up in that same fashion. So if you have a long-term view, I say stay invested. If you have a 1 year view, I think take money off the table and buy something else, which could probably give you better returns in 1 year.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where BHEL stands. We've got our next question from Surya Narayanan, who's writing us and saying he's presently abroad for a short visit. Enjoy your trip, Surya Narayanan. But his question is basically on Reliance Industries. He's bought 250 odd shares at 1,444 a piece and wants to know as to what should be the next course of action for him. He's been holding it for the past 3 years now. He's not mentioned the time period, but I'll take this up with you, Nilesh. Your view with regards to where charts are concerned for Reliance Industries?
Well, Mahima, the structure is looking positive. Recently, we have seen a good base formation at 1350 levels. So from here, from a short-term perspective, we are expecting a move towards 1420. That's the immediate target. And a breakout over that will open further upside towards 1500 plus. Probably 1550 can be seen in next 4 to 6 months time frame. So it's a buy at present level. If somebody has already bought it, then keep a trailing stop loss at 1350 and stay put.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where Reliance stands. We've got our next caller. Ravi is calling us from Hyderabad. Ravi, hi. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, very good morning. Yeah, I have a query on Motherson wiring.
Okay.
So just want to know at what price it's good to enter.
Okay.
And my time horizon is 6 to 12 months.
6 to 12 months. Okay, Ravi, got your question, and I'll take this up with Nilesh. Then Nilesh, your view on Motherson wiring? Is this the right time to make an entry?
Well, Mahima, the current market price is somewhere around 50 rupees. Motherson, Sumi, in fact, has given a good breakout today. So looks positive on the chart, and we can expect a follow-up move to continue on the upside. In fact, a flag and pole kind of pattern breakout can be seen on the chart. So 52, 53 is the immediate target, and positional target comes somewhere around 56 rupees. So it's a buy. Buy on decline should be the strategy in this particular counter, keeping a stop loss below 48.5. The structure looks strong.
All right. The next question then is from Arjun, who's writing us from Kolkata and wants to know if this is the right time to invest in Idea Forge for the next 7 to 8 odd months, and what is the crucial range that one needs to watch out for. Nilesh, this one's again for you. Your view on the charts?
See, Idea Forge has been one of the underperformer. In fact, we have seen a lot of consolidation as well. So time-wise correction has already been seen. But now at present level, the risk and reward looks attractive. It is available at a corrected price. So from a positional perspective as well as from short-term perspective, the structure is looking slightly on a positive side. One can keep a stop loss below 465. And can be added at present level, and we can expect a pullback to continue towards 550, 580 from a short-term perspective, and from a positional perspective, 620 kind of levels can be seen.
Okay, so that's a view on Idea Forge. We've got Murtuza calling us from Mumbai. Hi, Murtuza. Thanks so much for calling us. Happy Friday. How can we help you today?
Sir, I want to invest in Geo Finance for a long term. So is it the right time to start accumulating?
Okay. Why Geo Finance though? Is this because of the prospects in the MC business or something else that you read?
Actually, according to me, what research I've done, I think it's a multi-bagger. So that's why I want to accumulate in a big amount also.
Got it. I understood. All right. Samir, do you concur? Do you think that it could be a multi-bagger?
Yeah, so long-term prospects, obviously it can be a multi-bagger, but the thing is, it's just about started operations. For me to call out that, at this stage that the mutual fund business will grow at X%, the lending business will grow at X%. I don't deny the fact that execution at the Reliance Group has been phenomenal over the last few years, what they've scaled up for the various verticals. But this is a very, very competitive business. Yes, Reliance has one advantage. Geo has one advantage, that the Reliance stable, so they get cost of funding at lower levels or very attractive levels compared to many other peers who've been in the business for a lot longer. But just because of the backing, they get that, so they can grow their loan book, earn decent NIMs. So, there are 2-3 businesses that they'll do. Obviously, the insurance business will scale up. It's going to be loss-making initially. So, is it too early to say it's going to be a multi-bagger? Yes. Is it something you can invest in for decent returns? Maybe, a 15% CAGR returns over a 3-year, 4-year period. I think that is possible. And especially given that the promoters infusing money at 316, you're getting it at 311. You can accumulate it. I'm sure you can get a 15%. Multi-bagger right now, I can't call up.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Pakshal Jain is writing in from Bellary. Pakshal, thank you so much for your kind words, and I'm glad that you're watching shows. He says, by the way, that he really enjoys KYC as well as Your Money Matters and Ask Profit as well. So thanks so much for those kind words. He's looking for some picks of high growth and fundamentally strong stocks to add in his portfolio from a 5-year perspective. And I understand that the list can go very, very long, Samir, but in the interest of time, I would request you to curtail it to maybe a 2 or 3.
I'll give you two which I think I'm very positive on from growth perspective. One is Sterling and Wilson Solar, which is in setting up renewable energy spaces. Valuations are attractive. The kind of projects that are getting announced by Reliance, and when Sterling and Wilson, the subsidiary of Reliance, gets those orders, I think they'll do extremely well. So growth is there, valuation comforts are there if you look at it from a long-term perspective. The second one I would like to say is in the consumption space. And, we've been very, very positive about consumption over a long-term period. Now, the problem is which stock. I'll give you one stock in the QSR space, which I like a lot, which is Devyani International, which is Pizza Hut, KFC, Taco Bell. They have their Bango at airports and Home Kitchen. And from the clothing space, I think Trent is something that is corrected. Yes, valuations look extremely expensive, but again, we think SSSG, once it kicks through, will do really well. So these are the three stocks I think we could probably look at from the next 3 year perspective, where we feel there is a great upside from growth and value. Not value comfort, but growth.
All right, so those are a couple of interesting picks from Sameer's end. We've got Anuj calling us from Mysuru. Anuj, thanks so much for calling us. How can we help you today?
Hello, sorry, correct my name, it's Manoj.
Manoj,
Mysuru.
Okay, apologies. Yeah, please,
no
go ahead.
And I own a Narayana Hrudayalaya 60 shares with average price of 1,500.
Okay.
And I want to understand for the next 5 years, can I have a buy on dip strategy on this hospital share?
Okay.
Or can I choose some other hospital share?
I just want to confirm. So you bought Narayana Hrudayalaya and you're convinced about the fundamentals of the company, yes?
Yes, yes.
So then let me get you a check on the technicals, right? Because ultimately you're wondering what the best strategy is to accumulate. You've got 60 shares that you've bought so far and you're in the green. So Nilesh, on the charts, what's the view?
See, the stock has witnessed a decent correction after hitting high near about 2,300 in the month of June. Now, this correction, after that, the stock is approaching to its multi-month support zone that's placed at 1,700. So if at all you see the levels of 1,720, 1,700, that can be a good entry point in terms of averaging. That can be done near about 1,700. And from a positional perspective, next 2 to 3 year point of view, I think the stock has a potential to cross its previous all-time high and move towards 2,800 to 3,000 as well. So major structure is positive, although short-term structure is indicating some bit of profit taking might continue. But good levels to accumulate could be below 1,800.
Bill is writing to us from Jalandhar and he's got an interesting question. He's got 20,000 shares of NTPC Green that he's bought at levels of 111, and because of the quantity he's incurring a significant loss. Even though the stock price has not moved too much on the downside, he's looking at the next 6 to 12 months as a holding period for this particular stock. And so therefore, Nilesh, I want to come back to you on this one. What are the prospects on the upside and where would you put the stop? It would be very important to maintain a stop loss if you're talking about this kind of quantity, wouldn't it be?
Absolutely. So the stock, first of all, is trading well below its all short-term moving averages, and currently it is going through some bit of consolidation. On the upside, if you see, it has constantly faced resistance at 114. So it is important for the stock to break that important barrier. But before that, immediate resistance would be at 108. If it breaks 108, then it's a buy. And if somebody has already bought it, then one should keep a stick stop loss below 97. And from a positional perspective, I think these are the good levels to accumulate since it is trading near about its multi-month support zone. So these are the good levels to accumulate in the zone of 98 to 100. And positionally, a break above 108 will be considered as a short-term bottom, and then the target would be somewhere around 140 to 120.
All right, so that's with regards to where NTPC Green stands. We've got our next caller. Kumar is calling us from Bengaluru. Kumar, hi, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yeah, hi, Mahima. Good morning. Actually, I have bought Apex Frozen Fruits 100 shares with the price of 230 rupees. Whether I should hold or exit, could you please help us with the technical?
Technical view. Okay, Kumar, I'll take this up with Nilesh. And Nilesh, this particular shrimp exporter has been buzzing. The day before yesterday, it was almost, I think, locked in upper circuit, if I'm not wrong. And this was on the back of the negotiations that we've been doing with EU, and probably would fall under, a lot of exporters would benefit because there will be a free trade agreement between EU and India. And that is why it was buzzing in trade. Has seen some profit booking since yesterday. But your view with regards to where charts are concerned?
Well, Mahima, if you see last 1 year, the stock is constantly facing resistance at the high level. So which means that There has been no clear trend. It is moving in a very tight range. 210 is acting as a strong support, and 270, 280 is the resistance zone. Now, we have already seen a price action. There was an kind of upper circuit on the back of news a couple of days back. But as of now, we are witnessing some bit of profit taking. It has a very good support at 235, and that should be the stop loss for the long position. But at the same time, if you get the levels of 260, 270 levels on the upside, I would suggest to book out the profit because the stock is still stuck in a very tight range. So ideally, near resistance, one should book profit.
All right. So, and by the way, those 100 plus fisheries or fishing stations that have opened up from the European Union was the trigger point. But of course, there could also be the other trigger, which is the settling of the friction between the US and India on trade. And that would be a big positive. And of course, tariffs don't wait for appetite for seafood, do they? Let's talk about the next one. And Kishore is writing in from Bengaluru. He's got a surplus amount of 3 lakh rupees and he has looked at both REC and PFC. He thinks that both of them look particularly attractive in terms of valuations, and they have strong fundamentals as well, in his opinion. He's wondering whether to buy these from a perspective of 1 to 2 years. Samir, a lot was said about the prospects of lending in the space that they operate in, and clearly, yes, they have lost a little bit of ground in the recent past. Would you agree with the idea that they're attractive valuations right now?
Oh, absolutely. Valuations for PFC, REC have always been attractive, right? In fact, over the last maybe year and a half, they've actually become this. I think PFC, if you go back 3 years, used to trade at 0.2 times book value, 0.2, which is like huge discount. Now it's, I think, at about 1.1. But yes, prospects for PFC, REC are good. Fundamentals are good. Opportunity for growth from the power sector still remains extremely strong. If you want, just buy PFC, because if you buy PFC, you kind of get 50% of REC being, the largest shareholder. PFC owns REC. So you kind of get both of them, and you can, yes, definitely stay invested. You can expect at least a 15 to 20% CAGR over the next 3 years.
Okay. The next question is from Manisha, who is writing us from Bengaluru and wants to know if this is the good time to make an entry in GMDC for the next 2 odd years, or should she wait for some dip, is her question. Nilesh, I'll take this up with you. Do you think that charts are attractive enough to make an entry right now, or should she wait for some dip?
Well, Mahima, this month in the September series, already stock has moved more than 32%. So price action wise, we have already seen a good spurt. So from a risk and reward point of view, it's not advisable to chase the stock at the high level. But at the same time, from a positional perspective, the structure is still looking strong, since this particular counter has given a multi-month breakout from the levels of 485. So on the upside, from next 1 year kind of time frame, the target comes somewhere around 620 to 660. So structure looks strong, but buy and decline should be the strategy. If at all you get a dip towards 500 or 480, that could be a good entry point. Stop loss should be placed at 425, and ideally one should buy in a staggered manner, or buy and decline should be the strategy.
It's time now, I believe. Okay, we can take one more question before we slip into the break. And we've got Biswajit, who is writing in from Lucknow and asking about HFCL, which he's bought at a price of 405 rupees. 110 shares is what he's got. He hasn't really specified a time frame. So Nilesh, let me go back to you. The stock is buzzing in trade today, up 3%, but he's incurring a loss. What should he do? What are the prospects on the upside?
Well, Alex, are you talking about HFCL, which is currently trading at 72 rupees? Right. So overall, if you look at the structure of HFCL, it has constantly witnessed a downtrend, forming a lower top and lower top formation. So structure-wise is looking weak, but there could be possibility of some bit of a pullback. That pullback may be seen towards 75 to 80 on the upside. So sell on rise should be the strategy. If at all you get the levels of 76, 80, that could be a good exit opportunity. Structure-wise, it is still looking weak from a position perspective.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to where HFCL stands. But viewers, it's time to step into a very short break. But we'll be right back answering all your queries on the other side. So do stay tuned.
All right, welcome back. We've got Rajesh Bhosle joining us on this side of the break. And Rajesh, thanks so much as always for taking the time. And I believe we've got our first caller on this side of the break as well. Sudheen is calling us from Jharkhand. Sudheen, namaskar. How can we help you today?
Namaskar. Fine. I want to know side of the break.
You'll have to put us on mute if you want to speak to us. Okay, I can hear.
I want to know about the Wari energy.
Yes, okay.
Wari, W-A-R-E-E energy.
Yeah. Familiar with it. What would you like to know about it?
I bought 40 share at the rate of 3,650.
Okay. And you'd like a long-term view, I'm assuming? Okay. I'm going to have to take this question, Sudheen, because I can hear myself and I generally don't like to do that. Let me go across to Samir on that. Samir, what's the view on Wari Energies?